Would you mind if I asked you a few questions? Just to get to know you better?
Sure. Didn't I already do a survey?
Who's your favorite character in Detroit?
Oh! Survey 2.0. Oh my god. Connor, Kara, or Marcus? I'm definitely leaning towards Connor, but the way Marcus fucks up Connor with that piece of metal at the end, that was pretty badass. He's a savage motherfucker. But Connor, he's pretty cool. Kara, you know, her story's too much of a gimme, but she's a nice mother figure. I'd say it's between Connor and Marcus, and I'm gonna say Connor edges out Marcus ever so slightly.
Was there a moment in Detroit that resonated with you personally?
Many, occasionally, once, no. Yes. Yeah, I would definitely say that, watching Alice shoot Todd resonated with me very strongly. Occasionally, or many. Resonated with me. And then there was Kara's Big Farewell. Hank yeah, I think, yeah.
What was the toughest choice you faced in Detroit?
Oh, God. Accepting Alice's identity with Kara, being pacifist or violent with Marcus, deciding to shoot Chloe with Connor. What was the toughest choice? Yeah, accepting the identity wasn't too difficult considering how many clues there were. Not to mention the fact that it was kind of a bullshit surprise. Being pacifist or violent with Marcus? I think it would be deciding to shoot Chloe with Connor. I think it's kind of presumptuous that they think these three are the toughest choices in the game. I'm assuming they probably took a poll from early developers and played through the game, or game testers. They probably took a poll with the game testers and asked them what they thought the top three choices were. I don't know about the toughest choice, but I'll say the toughest part was listening to Kara say goodbye to Alice. Well, shooting Chloe isn't all that difficult, really, because she's not even a deviant. She's just a mindless fucking android. If she was a deviant, that would have been tougher. Pacifist or violent with Marcus. That one I really picked my line where I wanted to go with that before. So which of these three do I think is the toughest? I'm gonna go with this one because I really can't make up my mind. Oh, all the old survey questions. Now I'm starting to wonder how many different surveys there are. As we went through all these last time. 49. 49% say Connor is their favorite character. Marcus is the least favorite. Well, Kara's whole mothering story over Alice is pretty poignant. Marcus, I don't think he emotes very well. That might be part of the problem, but he's still pretty good. My answer was Connor. Many, occasionally, once, no. Being pacifist or violent with Marcus. Yeah, accepting Alice's identity, like, choosing to hug her or be distant, that's not a difficult choice for most people.
Welcome to the Detroit experience.
Okay, now I'm gonna take some time to look through the flowcharts and make sure...
This is your story chart. It shows what parts of the story you've explored and what parts you've missed. You can track the choices made by other players and do many other things besides.
Yeah, that was the...
You can use this chart to replay from any point in the story, but the people who designed me recommend that you play through at least once without going back, no matter what happens.
Yeah, I didn't get to do any of this.
Either way, it's your story.
Which is kind of what pisses me off. There's like 3 different routes to a failure state in the previous chapter that I have to go through, which require me to skip that chapter. Find the magic stone. I bet my nuts that's gonna be reading Connor's tombstone, seeing as how he died in the first chapter. So, explore the station. I'm guessing that's don't follow Hank into the office, so we'll go for that. And then I'm thinking... that's got to be a magazine that I missed. Those 2 options there. And then there was something else that led to... oh! That was talking to Ortiz's android and him bashing his brains out, so I'm not getting that. So, don't go into the office and read the magazine, which I... now, what is this? Hank is mad. Hank gets a lead. Hank doesn't get a lead? What even is that? Okay, so... look for the tombstone, find the magazine, and don't go into the office. I'm assuming that's not going to take very long, so what should we do different here? Well, we're going to do everything different there because we stayed in the car. And then there's the Finding Jericho thing. I read both the magazines. What the hell else was there to do? Because that's like right at the start. Leave the streets. There was something in there before I got to the roof that I got to look for. Then something in that section before... explore abandoned office. Okay. So each little section I got to check for stuff until I get into Jericho, and then it's just a beeline to the end. Okay. Ready to go. I also want to make sure that I don't find out Sumo's name. Make things a little more awkward when we get to the house. Where's the headstones? Yeah, I think in that chapter where the place was covered in snow, we were supposed to... god, this camera. We were supposed to touch the blue stone in there for some reason. There it is. There's the graveyard of fallen Connors. Connor Mark 1 died at 155 Parks Avenue, August 15th. That was August 15th. Okay. I didn't remember getting the date. And now we're in, like, freaking November, for Christ's sake. So that was quite a while ago. I think I won't bother touching the blue stone until the next chapter where it's like an item on the flowchart. Avoid being destroyed, Connor. No promises there. I'm not seeing the chessboard.
Hello, Amanda.
I'm definitely going for incompetent Connor this time around.
I expected you to find the deviant who killed that man. I must admit I'm a little bit disappointed.
I'm sorry. I know I should have succeeded.
Never mind. I'm sure you'll show more foresight in the future.
Yeah.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
He's intriguing.
I think he's irritable and socially challenged. But I also think he used to be a good detective.
You base that on absolutely nothing because we haven't investigated his death yet.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with it. What do you think is the best approach?
Fuck if I know.
I don't have enough data to decide that yet. I'll learn more about him and try to adapt my behavior accordingly.
More and more animals.
Wow, no change in her opinion of me from that.
If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous.
And yet if you say friendly or adapt, it goes down.
Cyberlife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on
I would
me.
expect it to go down for don't know and stay the same for adapt.
Stop to this.
Pretty sure indifferent is the answer she's looking for.
Hurry, Connor. There's little time.
That will definitely be evil Connor's answer. Try not to fuck up anymore. Yeah, that's pretty bad when you didn't even find the deviant, let alone interrogate his ass. Okay. Na-na-na-na-na.
Can I help you?
I'm here to see Lieutenant
I'm gonna
Anderson.
try and do a better job of
Do you
not
have
pointing the
authorization?
camera at the floor all the time.
Yes.
Blink, 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 blankety, blink,
Lieutenant
blink,
Anderson
blink.
hasn't arrived yet, but you can wait at his desk.
Okay. I think there was a few things I could have looked at before that I missed. Not just the magazine. Like these guys. Android Cop PC 200. January 2035. PM 700. Just last year. Okay, those ones are all the same.
We really need the forensics.
Oh, look, there's Todd. There's Todd, you piece of shit. Get back here. Oh, you bastard. Okay, magazine. Reed, the asshole we haven't met yet. Turn around, you clunky piece of shit. Oh, famous Detroit painter dies. I wonder what this article would have been if, in the previous run, when he didn't die. One of Detroit's brightest lights. UN warns of World War III. President Warren at 33% approval. Reports of famous artist Carl Manfred's death have been confirmed. The coroners described a fatal cardiac event induced by a stressful domestic situation. Manfred's son Leo has asked the media to respect his family's privacy at this difficult time because he doesn't want to answer questions about being responsible for his dad's death. Carl Manfred rose to fame in the 2020s as a figurehead of neo-symbolism with powerful and dark works in the mold of Francis Bacon. Proliferate years followed until a dark period marked by alcohol and drugs, but the artist had apparently returned to work in recent months. The governor of Detroit expressed her condolences to the family on behalf of the city, describing Manfred as one of Detroit's brightest lights. A collection of Manfred's paintings will be auctioned by his estate in the coming weeks. Yeah, so Leo's going to get that inheritance after all. Ivanov says, "Niet." Warren's warning. CyberLife, world's first $1 trillion company. Global population reaches 10 billion. Way to go, humanity. Following President Warren's demand that all Russian troops withdraw from the Arctic immediately, President Ivanov of Russia has issued a response. Fuck you, would be my first guess. Ivanov branded Warren's comments as megaphone diplomacy and said U.S. saber-rattling is the #1 threat to stability in the region. The Kremlin produced a detailed statement outlining Russia's claim to the territory, and Ivanov said he would remind President Warren that the United States is subject to UN conventions like everybody else. The conflict shows no signs of abating. Well, of course not. Can I talk to you? Can we go to the lunchroom yet? No, we can't, I remember. Yeah. Oh my god. Please change the camera angle.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Anderson's desk.
It's that desk right there.
The messiest one in the whole goddamn place. Not interested in any of you other losers.
Excuse me. Do you know what time Lieutenant Anderson usually arrives?
Depends on where he was the night before. If we're lucky, we'll see him before noon.
Thanks.
Okay. So do I have to investigate his desk? Or can I just look at like one thing? No. What if I don't stand? What if I just demonstrate all the patience of the world and sit here till he shows up?
Baby, listen, I can't talk right now. I'm in the office.
Ah, the waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hungry Hippos. Let's go to the police station. Now let's go to the lunchroom. Is Lieutenant Reed there?
Look at that. It seems Hank has a new partner. Fucking plastic detective. Hey, you was drinking, buddy? You gonna bring him home when he's too drunk to find his car? Stinks of booze.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
Never seen an android like you before. Muller.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
so I'm talking to you. Hey, bring me a coffee, dipshit. Get a move on!
And fuck you.
I'm sorry, but I only take orders from Lieutenant Anderson.
Oh. When a human gives you an order, you obey. Got it? Stay out of my way. Next time, you won't get off so easy.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the third run with you, asshole. Evil Connor's gonna fuck you up.
Detroit police found the body of 30-year-old Carlos Ortiz in his home last night, following calls from concerned neighbors. Known to the police as a petty criminal, Mr. Ortiz is reported to have suffered from a psychiatric condition and rarely left his apartment. He is thought to have died several weeks ago.
Psychiatric condition?
Police are conducting forensic tests, but appear to be treating the death as a homicide. The victim's android is also reported missing. We'll bring you more on that story as it develops.
The first book written by an artificial...
Okay, I don't need to listen to that fucking story.
And to call it a success would be an understatement. Do humans dream of mammalian has shot...
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of donuts. Those are big fucking donuts. Holy shit. Those donuts are beignets. Christ.
Designed by Cyberdyne.
Okay, now that I don't have that other android in there, who do I have to, just some random drunk? Jesus Christ, he looks like he's got his head in the freaking cement. Hey Hank, I don't want to learn anything about you. That would require me to put my investigative skills to use. Oh, there he is.
It's good to see you again, Lieutenant.
Oh, Jesus.
Hank! In my office.
I'm going to explore the office some more. And listen to him bitch at you through the glass. Hi.
This isn't just Cyberlife's problem anymore. It's now a criminal investigation. We've got to deal with it.
God, you can still hear their entire conversation. And if I start analyzing it, it's going to make me do everything and I won't be able to quit out of it.
Shit about androids, Jeffrey. I can barely change the settings on my own phone.
Everybody's overloaded. I think you're perfectly qualified for this type of investigation.
Bullshit! The truth is, nobody wants to investigate these fucking androids, and you let me hold the bag.
Cyberlife sent over this android to help with the investigation. It's a state-of-the-art prototype. It'll act as your partner.
No fucking way! I don't need a partner, and certainly not this plastic prick.
I love how he's pointing that way and I'm not even there.
You are supposed to do what I say and shut your goddamn mouth.
You know what my goddamn mouth has to say to you?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that. So I don't have to add any more pages to your...
There's another plot hole for you. They didn't have Hank pointing the right goddamn way.
This conversation is over.
Jeffrey, Jesus.
Should have said that plastic prick with me not being in the room.
You're doing this to me. Listen, I've had just about enough of your bitching. Either you do your job or you hand in your badge. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
Love that goddamn clipping. Oh my God, would you please move? For the love of God, please move. Go in the direction I am telling you to go, please. Last night, yeah, last night.
I'm sorry I bothered you at the bar last night, Lieutenant. I guess I ruined your evening.
There's one line of dialogue I don't see anyone else getting.
Now that we're partners, it would be great to get to know each other better. Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
Let's talk to him about music so we at least have a few brownie points to make up for our abysmal failure last time. Yeah, I know saying hours will piss him off.
Do you listen to Knights of the Black Death? I really like that music. It's full of energy.
You're full of
listen to
shit.
heavy metal?
Well, I don't really listen to music as such, but I'd like to.
God, I hope I'm not repeating shit that I've already said before.
If you have any files on Deviants, I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminal's on your desk. Knock yourself out.
That's the one line that makes him seem stupid that I'm never gonna be able to avoid. Yeah, net. Yeah, okie dokie. Read all that shit before.
243 files. First dates back 9 months. It all started.
Rose said she encountered her first evening a year ago.
An AX-400 is reported to have assaulted a man last night. That could be a good starting point for our investigation.
I think now would be a good time to try the give up option. Professional.
I know you didn't ask for this investigation, Lieutenant, but I'm sure you're a professional.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Resign the mission. Okay, I think it's time.
I suggest you sort out your personal issues and let me work with someone more competent.
Oh.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you.
Oh, I was not expecting that. I thought it meant Connor resigned the mission, not suggesting that Hank resigned the mission.
Sorry to disturb you. I have some information on the AX-400 that attacked the guy last night. It's been seen in the Ravendale district.
I'm on it.
God. Him accusing Hank of being incompetent. Wow. That had some balls on it. Okay, I still have no friggin' idea what this is. Hank is mad. Hank got a lead. Well, how does Hank not get a lead? I mean, the bus driver spots us there every single time. The only way Hank wouldn't get a lead is if they didn't get on the bus. And the only way that would happen is if you shot... Oh... Maybe this is an option that only happens if Kara's storyline ends at Stormy Night. Because then there's no report and there's nothing for him to do, which means that's another chapter of Connor's storyline that gets skipped entirely. That's how you get that option. You have to get Kara dead before you even get to this point. Enough says yet. Read, I think a famous painter dies. Okay. So that's... You shouldn't examine Hank's desk. Not about Hank. Follow Hank into Fowler's office. Okay, so those two are the magazine options. That, I'm still pretty sure, is talking to the interrogated android and then he beats his brains out. What the hell is that? Is that where you literally just stay sitting in the chair for 5 freaking minutes until Hank finally shows up? Is that serious? Really? I gotta say, options like that are really freaking stupid, where you're just supposed to sit on your ass and do nothing for a ridiculous amount of time. Ugh. I do not like those. They're huge wastes of time. I still got 2 different failure paths to go through on that other scene. But, yeah, next time I'm definitely going to find Ortiz's android so we can get to that chapter. Because every time we go to that do one of those failure paths, that's a whole run where we got to skip that chapter. So yeah, that has to be what that is. Kara dies in Stormy Night, so there's no there's no lead for him to find. So that's what that is. I figured it out.